Fearless Pioneer.
Yo, what is going on, guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. Today, guys, we are going to be looking at the Commander DAIN. I pulled him recently a couple of days ago from a crate, and it was just amazing. I just got him out of nowhere. I was actually like in a Discord call at the time, and I went crazy. I opened like 7 crates and pulled him. And yeah, I seen huge potential in him. And as you can see by the title, this man is a damage monster. Holy moly. You are going to see some crazy stuff today, guys. As you can see, we've got some attacks coming in at me now. I don't know what's coming at me. This Darth Nox is pretty strong, but we're going to be defending with my Radagast here. So we're going to have a little bit of PvP in this battle. Or in this video, I should say, today, guys. So we're just going to defend with my Radagast first. I don't know if he's not stacked on top. Sometimes you defend and he doesn't defend. If not, they're going to be versed on my DAIN Ironfoot first, and we'll get to see how he does straight up in PvP. But as you can see, there's supposed to be a truce at the moment. They're not supposed to be attacking us, but obviously this guy's completely breaking it. Now, you know what would be a smart thing? Sometimes you could take off some armies and make him hit the 260 and do damage there, but I have faith in my commanders, so we'll let them battle. And we're going to see how Old Mate DAIN goes before we get into his stats and everything. But yeah, I hit some 200 tiles, some armies earlier, 260s, even 300 tiles. And it was quite crazy, the results. It was really crazy. So we've got all these 5 armies hitting right now. And so far, I don't think he's sent anyone. It could be just Radagast defending, though. So let's have a look at the reports. Oh, so it's just Radagast holding all of them. So Radagast, he has a level 40 Galadriel. So Radagast just defended everything. 46 Haldir, a 47 Eladan, a level 50 Gandalf, and a 41 DAIN. Yeah, no problem whatsoever there, guys. I can beat them without an absolute doubt. So we'll be back in a little bit when DAIN actually gets into the battle, guys, because Radagast is just going to hold all these guys for quite a while. I might even take Radagast off the tile, though. Just going to move Radagast back over here, just so we can have some of the other armies attack. And it looks like he's going to be going off and back in. So King Aragon is going next, guys, and he is actually going to do quite well because I actually have the King's Men on at the moment, which is going to reduce my damage when affected by Stun of Madness. Now, if I had a little bit more than 16 seconds, I would have definitely put all my skills into that. But yeah, and we should be coming to some draws in a minute and seeing what DAIN gets up to. But we'll keep on this action at the moment. This is supposed to be all about DAIN at the moment, but this is a pretty cool battle. And I don't get to showcase a whole ton of PvP. For some reason, I don't know why, I don't hear the sound effects of them fighting, and that the game must be glitching a bit. Alright, so it looks like we won that first battle. And my King Aragon just absolutely murdered his 47 Eladan. So we've done extremely well there. So that's 1 down. Radagast is just going back there. So he's just chilling. My King Aragon is still like 50,000 attack points. So he's doing quite well. He'll probably be in this next battle in a minute. Since, like, how long's it been since these first hits? Like 3 minutes or so? 4 minutes? So in about a minute or so, these draws will start happening, so we'll be back then. Right here, guys, so let's have a look at the draws. King Aragon died, as I knew it probably would. So let's have a look and see how things are going. So King Aragon went up against Haldir. He was basically half health, and he did very good damage, as you can see there. And then my Gandalf the White finished off his Haldir. His level 50 Gandalf the Grey is pretty strong, but as you can see, my Gandalf the White is pretty damaged now, so we're going to have to recall him, but I've taken his DAIN down. But I have faith. He's only got 1 army left, and my DAIN hasn't even got to fight yet. Oh. So, we're just going to move Aragon just out of the way real quick, just send him home real quickly. Radagast, we might have to just start getting him back filled up like so. Boom. Just get him reinforcing again. Now, I still have 2 armies on here, but I have Gandalf the White, so we're going to recall him because he is damaged. And we'll just, we'll send him back home and we'll get him back full with troops again later. So just I got a couple of speed ups and a little bit of gems to use there. But this guy, I don't know. His armies are fully retreated, and he's only got like 1.5 armies or so left. I don't know what this is left. Let's have a look. So we it's either going to be his DAIN or his Gandalf. Did we kill his Galadriel yet? There's the Haldir. There's the Elladan. So no, I don't know where his Galadriel is as well. So I think he backed off and let some off. But yeah, we're waiting to see how DAIN guys go. How DAIN goes, sorry guys. So hopefully we should see that battle in just a moment. Rightio, guys. So it looks like DAIN was victorious, and he barely got a scratch on him. Let's see what he vailed. So he finished off the Galadriel without any problem whatsoever. Received 55,000 damage, and we wiped the floor with 186,000 health left on that Galadriel. Semi-decent gear as well, like quite a decent amount of gold and stuff like that. Obviously, my DAIN has amazing gear, but I literally took a lot of gear off my other commanders and put it all into DAIN. So yeah, that was a cool little PvP. Oh look, no, he's coming back for some more, guys. So I'll make DAIN. He's still hanging in there pretty good. So we're gonna keep him up there. I'm guessing we're probably gonna be versing his level 50 Gandalf here right now. Now I don't know where his base is. His base could be slightly close, so he could have reinforced this again to full strength. So we'll be back just before this hits in about a minute, and we'll see how DAIN goes. He's only lost 10 points here, command points, so we'll see how he goes. Weakened, but I still think he will do very well, guys. Rightio, so he's about to hit in about 30 seconds, guys. Now, I could play smart here, for example. Like, for the science of the video, I'm going to leave DAIN there to see how he goes, but I could wait till he's about 10 seconds away and then move him and then call off the move. So you'd hit the 260, and there's no way that his army's going to one-shot the 260. He's going to do a lot of damage. And then I could counter-attack him. But for the sake of the video, we're going to see how DAIN goes. Even though he's already injured a little bit, he's probably going to be versing a level 50 Gandalf here. So we'll see how he goes right about now. I'm expecting him to at least draw here. Yep, let's have a look. And he has done beautifully, guys. Absolutely beautiful. That's a big W in my eyes, guys. A big W. Remember, we were already injured. Like, we usually have around about, like, 80,000 more health than this. And plus, I've got defense set up at the moment, not full attack. But as you can see, he was re-strengthened back up to 313 health. And how much damage have we done to him there? We've done 244,000. He did 192 to me. So even when we were injured at the start, we have won that battle. So if we go to a draw again, he does have 1,000 tier 4s again. But I think we could win the battle without a doubt. But now what we do is, he backed off anyway. So now if he goes to attack again, we'll just bait him in. So I'll be back soon. We'll go over all his stats and builds and everything like that. We'll have a look at some more, how we versed some tiles and some of the damage he did. But yeah, we'll get to that soon. I just got to deal with this guy a little bit longer. Rightio, guys. So before we go having a look at some more setups and some battles and stuff like that and battle reports with DAIN, we're just going to go over him in general. Now, he is a warrior, which basically, as you can see here, it gives plus 25 commander might, plus 2 skill points at level 20. I have him at respect 4 at the moment. I had some respect for him already before I actually pulled him, so I did quite well. As you can see, I got him about 3 days ago, and I've been leveling him like an absolute monster. I've almost got him to level 50, which will get him to 75 command points. But the big thing with DAIN, guys, he is a powerhouse damage-dealing monster. As you can see, I have 456 might. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of good gear. Now, basically, I took a lot of gear. Like, I had a lot of gold, a few gold. Like, I had a gold mithril and stuff on Radagast, which I actually took off and put it into this Durance plate for DAIN. Now, with DAIN, you're going to... It doesn't matter if you have no golds. Purples will work. You're going to want either a hammer or an axe as your weapon. I don't have the world's best one at the moment. It's really good at might, but there are some hammers out there that you can get to not only increase your might, but also give like dwarf defense and HP buffs, as well as better command attack. This ain't the best, but it's what I've got to deal with at the moment. I have gotten it strengthened to 5, which is really good. But as you can see, that's all the 2 gold weapons that I have in the whole game. Now, this coat here is probably the best one for DAIN, the Durance Plate. As you can see, it not only increases might by a lot, but it also increases the HP and attack of dwarves and army defensive melee. As you will see later on, with DAIN, you only want to be using dwarven troops with him. Even if you like, say, versing the elves and you think, oh, yo, if I throw some Dunedain in with him, it's going to do more damage. Trust me, you want to stick with an all-dwarven setup with him. The next, I've just got the full helm here, which increases the might by a lot. The more you get that base might level up, the more damage you are going to do. And also, as you can see, melee units damage received -6. Now, a better substitute there would be to get like a nice, beautiful golden helm. Like a dwarven helm or something like that. And if I did, then I would use this golden helmet here and put it all into the golden helmet, and it would give buffs of not only the might again, but also like dwarven defense as well. And the last one I got as well, it's not the best. I got this Ent Draft here. I'd love to get Erebor's Pride, the necklace for him. It will be the best, but it's one of the items I only had that increased might and army HP. As you can see, the Hobbit's health ain't doing any effect on him whatsoever. So if I can get an Erebor's Pride or something, this is going to increase my might, HP, and the chance of increasing either defense of my dwarves or giving them a healing ability. That would definitely be the best bet. But this is what I got to work with at the moment. And as you would have seen in those first little battles, it does amazing. So we're going to have a quick look at his skill tree and see how it would skill him. So basically, I don't have Respect 5 unlocked with him at the moment. We'll have a quick look at that. King Under the Mountain, it's really good for increasing your defense and increasing your HP for dwarven troops. Also, the sub-skills are the best without an absolute doubt. If I had Respect 5, I wouldn't be caring too much about the defense because his base defense is really good as it is already. But these sub-skills like Longbeard, which the commander's physical damage ignores, I think, up to like 50% of the target's defense, which is not only amazing because he does insane commander damage as it is already, which will, when we go over the reports later, I'll show you that more in depth. And his other sub-skill down here, which just increases commander's damage even more, guys. So if I Respect 5, I would definitely be maxing those out, and he would be an absolute monster. The next one, guys, is During Blood. So this is going to increase your commander's skill damage plus 35% during combat, and also a max effect of increasing your might plus 15. So you definitely want to be maxing Durance Blood as the first. Then you've got Whirlwind and your All-In, which basically just does a ton of physical damage in rounds 2 and 3. As you can see, 750% and 300% against 2 targets there. The next important one, guys, in the build that I've gone with, is Dwarven melee units attack damage is dealt plus 30. This is throughout the entire battle. So instead of putting more points like into this damage that's done per round, this will last the entire battle. But when you max effect it, it will work on all Dwarven units. So it doesn't have to be all melee. So with a new army that I'm going to be testing after, I'm going to be putting axe throwers in there and seeing how it goes there. So not only am I going to get 30% buff there, but with this second ability here, I'm going to be receiving 7% less damage every single instance of battle and increasing their damage by another 7% as well. The next thing then, I have some damage in Ironfoot, which basically just deals physical attack damage, and gives you a chance of stunning for 1 round. And then you definitely want to put at least 1 skill point in Open Wound, because this is not only just going to do physical damage, but it's also going to stop them from being able to recover HP per 2 rounds. So that's really good. And the last one, Vengeance, basically you just do physical damage once each round after round 5. So the ways I would be skilling him, if you have Respect 5, I would definitely be putting all my points in here, and then working on Durance Blood, and then working on your Iron Hills and your sub skills here. With the tier 3 setup, what I've got on the Respect 3 setup, I would be building it pretty much exactly as I had. I didn't show you this one before. Basically, it just reduces your physical damage received when defending. So, if you're using him to defend like a fortress or something like that, you could take out your points here, for example, and that's going to give you, what, like 8 points, and you could max this out, and your damage received is going to go down by like 25%, which is going to be enormous. But yeah, DAIN is an absolute damage monster, guys. I recommend this build. If you got him as Respect 1, you definitely want to be going, first off, if you don't have all Dwarven troops, you want to be just going with all the damage route and stopping the healing and stuff like that. But I highly recommend Lord of the Irons is really good if you can max this out and then work on your defense and your damage received and damage dealt. So yeah, that's how I've skilled him at the moment, guys. I've mixed around and tried it a few different ways, but this is definitely the way I would go. And if I was defending on a fortress, I would take my skill points here and I'd put them onto my fortify as well. And then the last spare one, I'd probably just throw it on Ironfoot or something like that. But then if you want to stop him from recovering HP as well, you could just take a few skill points from All In, for example, because it does so much physical damage as it is. And so you could at least just throw 2 in here, then throw 1 on. Because stopping them being able to heal every second round is extremely OP and really good, guys. So yeah, that's basically how we're going to be skilling him, guys. So we're going to be back very soon. I've got him reinforcing that at the moment. And we're going to go and do another battle and test out how he goes with some axe throwers and stuff like that. And then we're going to go over his reports and stuff like that. Rightio, guys. So we're going to go over some reports here for DAIN and just have a bit of a closer look. So the first time I tested him out on PvP was earlier today. And I came across a level 45 Gandalf that was sitting on a level 200 tile. Now, I had DAIN at level 49 at the time, and I was running the troop setup of our Rams, our Guardians, and our Iron Warriors. Now, I have an Dwarven setup, as we would have seen from the skill setup before, because it gives all of my buffs and stuff like that. Now, surprisingly, you think just because these are all melee, like range is going to do a lot of damage to us, you don't get that big of debuff because you get all these attack buffs and stuff like that, and he's so strong. So as you can see, we went up against some tier 4 Eagles, and some, what have we got there, Bow Knights, and then what are these guys, the Sentinels? So we did the 254,000 damage. Well, we did 273,000 damage after his healing and stuff like that. And we received 122 damage. But not only did we take out his 45 Gandalf, well, had average armor. Still decent with some gold and stuff, but definitely not the best armor compared to mine. We then proceeded to completely wipe out the entire 200 as well. So if you look at that with 270,000 plus another 220, so what's that? We're at 400, 510 or something, plus that 600. We're like at 700,000 damage that was done by DAIN in that hit. Now if we scroll up a bit further, you'll see where I was doing some damage on 230s and that, like, and he was just wiping the absolute floor. Like, as you can see, against a level 40 Boromir with all tier 3 there, 3,000. Barely put a scratch on him. We just absolutely wiped the floor with him there. But further on down the track, you can see on a 260 here, we took out Theoden with 3,750 tier 4 and 1 hit. We did fail on the second one against Legolas, but we did take out 1,750 tier 4. A bad matchup, but not bad to say the least anyway. If we scroll down further, you can see he's just an absolute monster, guys. He took out 302,000 health with the Swan Knights, very strong on Faramir. And then we drawed and we almost one-shot a level 260 power tile with a Gimli with a very strong setup against us here. We did survive, but as you can see, we literally almost took out a 260 in one hit. I think with level 50 and a couple of little buffs and a little bit of gear, we can be one-shotting 260s. But this is where it gets insane, guys. I hit a 300 tile. I just got to find the right report here. So here it is here, guys. So our first hit on a 300 tile with the same troop set up, 113,000 XP, beautiful there. We took out Theoden, who, as you know, is an amazing setup, and as you can see, it's all gold, 2 stars in that, which is really good. But with 4,500 marshals, with his healing and stuff like that, we did over 414,000 damage and only received 150,000. But this is the crazy thing. We then killed 2,500 Iron Warriors on a level 50 to island. Yes, we almost died, but we didn't die. So we did 1.5 of a 300 tile with 1 hit with DAIN. He's an absolute monster, guys. An absolute beast. Now, we're going to scroll down a little bit further and let's have a look at a bit of the PvP as well. So let's just scroll down here to when we got into some battles with him a little bit earlier. Alright, so here's DAIN. So our first battle we got in with him was against Galadriel, who was weakened as it is, but she was no problemo. Even Galadriel, don't get me wrong, even when she's weakened, she can do some amazing madness damage, and she had some pretty decent gear as well. Like, she was still able to do, like, 55,000 damage, but we absolutely wiped the floor with that Galadriel there. But then this is the big thing. We had already lost 10 command points. Like, I think around about 80,000 HP we were down from our maximum when we went up against. So as you can see, at the start, we had about 360,000 or something like that. And we started at 288,000 against a level 50 Gandalf with 2 tier 4s. And we took off over 244,000 damage. So even when we were injured by 1/3, we still got the better outcome, which was absolutely amazing. So yeah, DAIN is an absolute beast there, guys. We're going to have a look. I'm going to do a couple more tests before we wrap up the video. We're going to be substituting the Guardians and putting in some Master Throwers, which have more damage per command. And we're going to see if it affects him more, if the defense helps him, or if having more attacks is going to be better. So we'll check that out in just a second. Rightio, guys. So we've got a new troop combination on DAIN now. We're going with a more of attack. We've got the Master Throwers in there now. We're going to be testing this out with the Tier 4 and the Ram Riders as well. We're going to be throwing him against a 300 tile over here and seeing what happens. He has basically 80,000 attack points. We are going to be versing this level 300. We're going to see what he does. And we're going to compare it to one of his other fights that he's done before against the other 300 tile. And in comparison to see if the other build with the Guardians was better or not. We will send some other armies just in case for backup because he might die and fail as well like that. So that's 2 minutes 34 and that's 2 minutes 17. So we'll just wait until he's about 2 minutes away and we'll check it out. So yeah, we'll be back in 2 seconds when we actually are hitting this 300 tile. Righty guys, so DAIN is about to hit. Now, with the good thing is, this is not actually taken at the moment. So we may actually burst evil troops here, which may give us a little different aspect as well. We'll see. Like with some of these other 300s that I attacked earlier and stuff like that, they were already held by elves. So I burst different people, for example, like Faramir and stuff like that. So there is a possibility we could burst evil troops on here and we get to see a whole different setup for DAIN and stuff. We'll just have to see it in about 6 seconds to see what happens. But we've got the backup just in case he kills the first one and then dies. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be going evil against the trolls, guys, which I really wanted to test to see how we'd actually do against these crazy trolls. Wow. That is pretty wow, guys. Holy moly, that's pretty good. He did 406,000 damage against the trolls. If we knew we were going against the trolls and we had more of the axe throwers. But yeah, so it looks like he does the same amount of damage, commander damage and soldier damage wise, and he survived 121 damage. Now, I don't think he did as much damage as before, but he's done like 400,000 in that hit. That's pretty damn good. And then you can see King Aragon's just come in, and he's got absolutely straight murder by Kieran there, but he'll get finished off up there, but... So yeah, guys, Dane almost one-shot on level 50 Kamau with all of the tier 4 trolls and that with like 360 trolls. That's a very tough opponent with really good defense and stuff. Honestly, a few little changes here, or if he was level 50, and maybe a few more axe throwers on here, we would have 100% one-shot that, guys, which was insane. But as you can see, like, it should have been a one-shot. We still got 120,000 health here. We've done double his damage. So yeah, overall, even with the combination with the axe throwers, very good. We did versus evil this time. So we got to see two different aspects of him versus good and evil. So yeah, in summary, guys, all I can say, Dane is an absolute monster. It looks like we're just battling the last bits of this 300. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was an absolute insane one. And until next time, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch us later. See yous.
Is here. Text how far have we come? The number is 21,000 subs of the EJU.